the Binardi Booktube channel. I'm Sophia, and today I'm actually going to tell you about audiobooks, and I'm going to give you some recommendations and some tips on maybe how to take advantage of this amazing way of reading books, of consuming books. So, first of all, audiobooks do count as reading. There has been countless studies published that the brain consumes an audiobook the same way it consumes an ebook or a physical book. Basically, the information is getting through to your brain, so don't feel bad or don't feel like you're not reading when you're listening to an audiobook, because it's totally fine and it does count as reading. Now, for the next few tips, it kind of depends a bit on yourself, but for me, for example, the best books that I consume as audiobooks are nonfiction and contemporaries, because they are usually things that I don't have to pay as much attention as if it were, for example, a fantasy where I need to be aware of names, locations, magic systems, politics, uh, enemies, alliances, whatever. Usually, contemporaries and nonfiction books are way more straightforward, and you can let your mind wander a bit, even if you are listening to them, and do other stuff. Now, a tip that I highly recommend, and if you can and you want to invest a bit on yourself, is to get a waterproof sound system. This is mine. This is the JBL Go 2, and not being sponsored or anything, by the way. But I got this for Christmas, and first of all, it's tiny, so I can carry it anywhere. I can put it inside my bag. I can take it with me to the bathroom or the kitchen or the balcony or the living room or wherever I am. I can carry it. I can fit it in my jacket's pocket and go. So this was actually something that I had requested for Christmas, because I did not have like a mini sound system. I did have like a big sound system, but it was not compatible with Bluetooth. It was only by CDs or USB, so it was not that great. It's old, the poor thing, it's old, but I love it and it still works. But this is way more convenient, and I carry it anywhere if I'm doing a mindless activity. Now, this is waterproof, and this is something that it has been my best friend, honestly, because I use audiobooks while doing mindless tasks or semi-mindless tasks. For example, I recently have been getting into painting, and I have been getting into photography. So if I'm painting, I take this and I put it like this on my table or here or wherever I am. And if I'm painting, then I'm painting and listening to an audiobook, or if I'm cleaning my room, or if I'm putting away laundry, or if I'm getting laundry into the washing machine, or cleaning my room, or cleaning my bathroom, or doing some laundry like putting laundry to dry, or cooking, or taking like the silverware and plates and everything out of the washing machine, like those types of mindless tasks, I have my column with me with an audiobook. Also, while bathing, or if I'm doing my app exercise, I usually do an exercise every day, which takes me about 15 minutes. And while I'm doing it, I'm listening to an audiobook, because it usually makes time go faster, because instead of being concentrated on, oh, my muscles hurt, or oh, my arm is giving in, I'm concentrated on the story, and it works better, if it makes any sense. For recommendations, I can tell you some really great audiobooks that I have listened. These are mostly uh, contemporary or nonfiction, but I do have some fantasies. And the first ones that I am recommending you are The Honeymooners by Christina Lauren and Josh and Hazel's Guide for Not Dating by Christina Lauren. These are both adult contemporaries. I absolutely love them. I love the narrators. The Honeymooners I listened to a bit on audiobook. I didn't listen to the full extent of it as an audiobook, but I did listen to Josh and Hazel's Guide for Not Dating completely as an audiobook, and I completely loved it. And I listened to both of them while painting, so there you have it. Another one that I'm recommending is Yes, No, Baby So by Becky Albertalli and Aisha Said. And even though the story was not my favorite, I really did like the narrators, and I'm actually really curious to see where, like, I want to hear more from those narrators because the narrators were great. Something else that I really, really liked as an audiobook, which I was not expecting, but it was the only way to get through this huge chunk of a book, is The Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. And I do have the physical book, which is here. It's this big one here. And I was doing some internship at the time, and on my commute I listened to it. It's great. The narrators are amazing, and I really, really did like it. Another big chunk of fantasy, but bear in mind these were worlds that I already knew and books that I had as physical copies, so I was switching. God damn it. Another book that I read like this was Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare. It was the final book in a trilogy. I already knew the world and was familiar with the world. I really, really liked it. I did not like the story that much, but I did like the narrator. Something else that I really liked to listen to was Atomic Habits by James Clear. I absolutely love James Clear as a narrator. He is very expressive, and it is kind of a self-help book. It's basically a skill book, and it was really, really good to hear him while practicing some skills. It was very, very fun. Something else that I also read as an audiobook was the Truly Devious and the Vanishing Stair, I believe, by Maureen Johnson. I listened to both of them as an audiobook last year on my internship, and again, those are YA mystery thriller books, and they are like, one is the first one and the other is the sequel, and you don't have to pay that much attention because they happen on Earth, and it the differences between the eras are really, really well done. I really liked it. Something else you can try and see if you like. I actually did like it. It's the Wayward Children series by Shannon McGuire. Every Heart Doorway, Down Among Sticks and Bones, Beneath the Sugar Sky. Uh, I can't remember the name of the fourth one, and Come Tumbling Down. There's 5 of them. And the narrators are really, really cute. I really, really liked it. And I'm actually hoping to get some more mystery thrillers as audiobooks to see if I like it. Currently, and I'm telling you about this as I am currently listening to it, I'm listening to The Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren, and I really like the female narrator. I like her. The male narrator, not so much. I don't know why, but I think his voice is just a bit rough. But these are just some suggestions. You have thousands upon thousands books as audiobooks on Audible, Scribd, Libby, Overdrive if you have them. I don't. Here in Portugal, we don't have either Libby or Overdrive. So these are just some recommendations of what I have for you. If you have any recommendations of audiobooks that you loved, please leave them down below. Subscribe and ring the bell so you know when I post. And I hope to see you guys on my next video. Bye!